just what we are supposed to do. And Baba is trying to make us this masterpiece of divine creation. We all souls have to become a masterpiece of his divine creation. And that is why, it reminds me of that story where the prince was lost. The prince was lost at a very early age in the jungles, and there were so many people searching for him, for the prince, but they couldn't find him. Years later, they found the prince, and there were some impressions with which they found out it is that prince who was lost so many years back. So when they brought him to the palace, they found out that he staying in the jungle, his all his habits, all this sanskars were all very jungle sanskars. But he had to sit on the throne, so that was a matter of concern. So he was sent to the minister every day. The minister said, "You send him to, send the prince to me every day." And every day the minister would just ask him one question: "Who are you?" "You are the prince. You are the future ruler. You have to become like this. So you have to talk like this. You have to think like this. You have to speak like this. You have to eat like this. You have to walk like this." So this is the training Baba is giving us, where Baba is every day showing us our divine form and bringing about this small shift in us. Earlier, Baba used to say that you wear the dress of angel. You come into that angelic form, and you go to Sukshma Vatan and meet Bab. But today Baba says that you are an angel. You are an angel. You're just coming into this world to do your task for just 2 hours, 3 hours, and again detach. So the total 360 degrees shift from what state Baba wants, what stage Baba is expecting from us, and that is the stage we have to attain. And to attain that stage, and this consciousness, that we have to become like this, was so in Brahma Baba, it was so clear and it was so strong that Brahma Baba would just feel that this dress, Sri Krishna is there on the it is there in the hanger in front of me, and I just have to wear it. Now I'm the old body, and now I'll be wearing this dress. Or it was Mama, whom Baba had just said that once, that you will become Shri Lakshmi, and her whole personality changed with that. All the dadis, who would be in a very intoxicated state, like as though they are living deities. So we have seen this, we have witnessed these things. We have seen the dadis, we've taken sustenance over the seniors, and we see that for attaining this stage, Baba made them go through 14 years of tapasya. It was not just just a miracle in some days, overnight. No, it was a process. It was a period of tapasya, which includes a lot of sacrifice, silence, a lot of spiritual practices. So, an important part is a part of being in silence, which is today's topic, also experiencing our divinity through the power of silence. So Baba made them experience that what is silence, or that the quality of silence, and how, the powers of silence, and how that could be a very important tool in self-transformation. So I'll share one presentation also along with that. Baba's Murli also, Baba has mentioned many things about the power of silence, that the power of silence cools down the fire of anger. With the power of silence, you can develop the power of discrimination and the power of judgment. And through these powers, there will be deep transformation. The power of silence can finish all upheaval of base thoughts. No matter what your old sanskars are like, the power of silence can finish them all. The power of silence can easily finish any sickness in the mind. The power of silence can enable all souls to experience a meeting with the Father, the ocean of peace. The power of silence can enable the souls who have been wandering around for many births to experience the destination. It makes you into a great soul, Mahatma, a righteous soul, Dharmatma. The power of silence enables you to tour all three worlds in a second. The power of silence enables you to labor less and with less expenditure attain greater glory. The power of silence enables you to become economical with your treasure of thoughts. This means you can attain great success in less time. The power of silence changes cries of distress into cries of victory. The power of silence enables you to constantly be there with the garland of success. So these are some of Baba's versions on the power of silence from the Murli of 13th November 1981. And we can see this power of silence in everyday life also, whether Baba speaks on the power of science, where how through science the working power is the power of light. And also this power of and here it Baba says the power of silence, it is divine insight. You can see tasks like, whether it is um, a scientist inventing something, making a new invention, or whether it is a painter painting, or whether it is a musician composing a music. In everywhere the essence is silence. Once one president, wife of a president had come to Mount Abu, and there she mentioned her experiences that whenever there would be a crisis in their country, the president would go into 3 days of silence. And after that 3 days of silence, whenever he would emerge from that, whatever decisions would be taken by the president, that would be acceptable by all people. So much is the power of silence that it can help people to transform in a subtle transformations, which may not even be visible to the world, but in a subtle way at micro level as well as macro level. So one of the aspects of silence is verbal silence, or we can say as maun. The first aspect we can say as for practicing silence is verbal silence. Verbal silence and is also, today practicing verbal silence would be uh, like a luxury for us, because we are constantly in this world of noise, always talking, there's a lot of chatter. And so if we can, when we take time out to just be in silence, keep a moun for some time, automatically the speed of thoughts, it automatically reduces. Along with verbal silence, that is the silence, the inner silence, the outer noise, going away from that outer noise, as well as taking ourselves away from that inner noise, inner chatter, which is always there within us. A person, a saint practiced silence, verbal silence, mourn for 14 years. And after that, whatever he spoke it would become true. That is a power of mourn, verbal, even verbal silence. Even Brahma Baba would announce periods of silence during Bhatti, 14 years of tapasya. And it was during those period of silence, where Gulzar Dadi got vision of Avyakt Brahma. So that silence takes you into a realm of divine experiences. On and my personal life also, I remember once when I had been to Shantivan for Bab Dada Milan many years back. So that time Baba would just announce a drill, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just a bodiless stage, going beyond the body, taking you into silence. Now the whole diamond hall would be in total pin drop silence. And that time when Baba was doing that drill, for a few moments, I just could experience a total flow of current, like just like you have plugged into a socket and you are receiving a current, just like your. So for a moment, I just felt that I was just suddenly awakened, just thinking that what is happening to me. It's not just the soul, whole body is experiencing that current, like you got an electric shock or a current, something like that. So I was feeling that, what has happened. And I could experience, how Baba's current is just flows into me. And that I experienced when I could just totally detach myself from that body at that period of time, where there were, no thoughts, very just few thoughts, thoughtless stage, we can say, bodiless stage. So we get these divine experiences when you even spend a day of silence. I also remember one experience where we had a bhatti for the whole day. And after completing the bhatti for the whole day, I was just going back home. And that time I could just feel uh, just vibrations of bliss, like it was bliss flowing out, like I couldn't contain. I was feeling like I need something to contain this, because it was just flowing out from the eyes, just flowing out from my hands. I just could experience that feeling of bliss. So I understood that when you give time for a for some time, when you're giving time, we can say, when zoom into silence, when you can zoom into silence, or uh, give that priority, when you give importance to that, that is the time you can get these divine experiences also. So here I'll show you the first point, that is zooming into silence. When you step away from all the constant chatter of our words and minds, and you understand the essence of silence, you start practicing that silence. In Hindu, if you see, the importance of silence is there in all religions. In Hindu religion, we say that a saint is called as Swami. In Jainism, he's called as Muni, and Buddhism, they call as Bhikshu, the beggar. So Muni, the one who keeps mourn, who keeps silence. Swami, the one who is, master of the sense organs. And Bhikshu, the one who is egoless. They go begging for alms. So they have learned to bring down that ego to that level, that egoless stage. So which Baba has mentioned in the Murlis, as Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirahankari, becoming bodiless, becoming viceless, becoming egoless. So silence is not just talking, or just verbal silence or silence of the mind, but it also involves all these three qualities, all these three dharnas, with practicing of being bodiless, practicing of being wiseless, and practicing being egoless. They all are very much interrelated with each other. So I know of one sister, one who's a BK, and she does all the household work in so many homes. And her day starts in the morning with Amrit Vela Yog. She's doing all the housework at her place. And after that, she's going to different homes and doing all the jobs which require a lot of physical hard work. And in that, she's also doing work in many BK homes also. But throughout her days and many of her days, sometimes she has to um, listen to a lot of maybe criticism. Sometimes she would be blamed for things which she has not done, or she would be just picked on for anything. Somebody just removing a frustration on her, and many of the things, and which she's not necessary for her to listen. She just the option next day go and say, I quit. I don't want to work here. But I've seen that she continues. And it's not just from non-BKs. No, the criticism, the complaint, and all is not coming just from non-BKs, but from BKs maybe who are even there in Gyan for a very long period of time. And still, her state of mind is so light. If somebody even scolds her, or even criticizes or blames her also, she just in one or two lines she will just clear her point, or she just rectify it. "Acha, this is not the way, okay, I'll do it," and she just rectify it, make it all right. And next moment she's in the next room singing songs of Baba, very happy, very live, smiling, laughing. And so much so that in just few months back, we had that Garba dance, where she would be arranging Navratri time, where she would be arranging tickets for so many people, so all of them can go and have a good time in the evening, and that would go up so late at night. So I was wondering that that in spite of having such a hectic schedule the whole day, and many times she would be burdened with a lot of work, which is much more than her capacity. So, and still, she has all that energy to go out in the evening also and organize many things. So, I found out that she's not taking any baggage here. I was thinking that suppose I was in her place and somebody just picked on me, I would, the thoughts would be there, and that also if it is coming from a very senior BK who is there in Gyan from a very long period of time, more senior than me, that thoughts of hurt maybe, or, not liking it. So those thoughts would arise in her mind. But I saw that this soul is totally free. She is not taking any baggage here, and that is the main thing that is helping her to be in that light and silent stage. And such souls, when they sit even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in front of Baba, they are just able to take everything from Baba, whatever they want to. The love, the powers, uh, whatever, the soul gets so fulfilled within a small period of time. So when we practice these three things also, it helps us to maintain that state of silence. Second is practice of silence. Baba says in yesterday's movie also, Avek Murli Baba's, Baba said that you need to practice for a long period of time because you have to be ever ready. So in order to be ever ready, you need to practice for a long period of time. And in there is an illustration in Mahabharat when all the Pandavas they were small, and once Arjun he went to the kitchen, he was hungry. So Bhim was already a small Bhim was already there in the kitchen and having his meals. He was eating something. So Arjun asked him that it is so pitch dark. So how is it that even in this darkness, your hand is going from here, from the food, from the plate to the mouth itself, and not going here or here to the ears or any other place? So Bhim simply replied, "No, it's got practice. Abhyas, practice. So that is what just struck Arjun, and practice. And that is what Arjun did, and with his bow and arrow, and became a great warrior. So anything what we want in our life, whether it's the power of silence or any quality, what is the keys that is practice in our life? For practicing any, because when I give the mind the thought that I am a peaceful soul, when we just give even this thought that I am a peaceful soul, sometimes our subconscious does not accept this very fast. Why? Because there is what the sanskars of body consciousness is there from 63 births. So even when I'm just giving this thought that I am a peaceful soul, so my subconscious sense this body conscious sanskar will say, how, where you are peaceful. Today you had an argument with someone, today you had a conflict with someone, today you thought negatively for someone, you did not feel nice, somebody insulted you. So you have all these kind of thoughts. So that programming is totally rejected by so many other already programs which we have given. So for that, we need practice for a long period of time. So it is said that if you want to even for make your mind accept that one thought, you need to practice that for 3 weeks, or at least 21 days of practice you require. And if you want it to be as your habit, you need to practice that for 60 days. And if you want that thought to be a part of your personality, then it takes at least 60 days. So you know the time you need to get it into the system. So you need to revise and you need to realize. So taking up practices, earlier times there were not many practices. When Amir Chand Bhaiji once mentioned that when he went to do the course, and he asked the sister, first day, how do I do meditation? So that sister made him sit in Baba's room, look at Baba, and think yourself as a soul. And 2 hours, she made him sit. So that is meditation. So he said, in the 2 hours only, when I sat there, I started experiencing myself to be the soul. So today we have many practices which Baba says, maybe the bodiless stage, Nirakari stage, or angelic stage, the golden aged sthiti, or just being an observer of your thoughts, detaching from those thoughts, and just allowing the thoughts to flow. So there are different practices which Baba always mentions in the Murli, which we can practice. And when you do these practices, automatically you start getting the mastery of these swamans which Baba gives us. But always the mind is always giving excuses. Mind says that, you can let this problem get over, or let this thing get over, then I will take time to practice. Or when I go to Madhuban, I will practice. When I go to center, I will do this. No, so there are so many excuses, for us always. In a day, we have so many excuses for not doing what we have to do. So, Brahma Baba would practice just going about his day-to-day work, just going into moments of silence, moments of bodiless stage, or even when Swami Vivekanand ji, he would just go into that chaos. He would go into the crowded place in a marketplace and just try to experience that silence. So it's not necessary when we get solitude, that is the time when we practice, but also throughout the day, whenever, wherever we can inculcate this, or bring this practice into our life. And another aspect is, apart from just moun, verbal silence, and practice, third is our spiritual study, the wisdom, gaining that wisdom through through Murli churnings, listening to the Murli, churning the Murli. Because see, Baba has made Brahma Baba the channel, the medium, and we are all medium of Baba to give this knowledge to this world. And when, Baba just does not want us to just give the knowledge, but he wants us to become that knowledge. So for that, you require going deep within, because you don't know when which point could just hit you, which could just resonate with you. And with that, you are able to bring out that golden aged sanskars which are already there in us. We are all that agents of change. We are all here, to bring this transformation shift in this world. And we are not going and doing many great things, but it is through doing small acts of being in silence, whether having our meals in silence, walking in silence, remembering Baba, doing all our tasks in remembrance of Baba. So, this spiritual study that we do every day, or when we do any study, it will help us to bring balance in our life. So, studying in solitude, studying with concentration, it is said that if you learn to focus on anything for 32 minutes, you can make it happen. So, bringing in the power of concentration, power of focus, studying in solitude, also that this study will help you to bring balance into your life, because that balance is very necessary. Otherwise, morning I'm in a very good state, I did Amrit Vela Yoga, I had very good experiences. And throughout the day, when somebody just tells me something, somebody just criticizes me, or picks on me for something, and my state of mind is disturbed, or when I see something which is not very nice, that disturbs me. So it becomes imbalanced. So that study helps you to get that balance into your life, because our mind is mostly holding on to very good memories. You see, naturally also we like to hold on to very good memories, and it kind of rejects unpleasant things. We are always rejecting something unpleasant. Either we are holding on to something what nice, what happened in the past, or sometimes we are rejecting past experiences, or rejecting something present which is not very good happening to me. So either ways, we are not in the present. We are not going with the flow. There is an inner battle going on within us. So just allowing yourself to be in the present, to be with the flow. And when you learn that, every incident, every circumstance, every episode is kind of, you can say, tailor made for us, for our own development. Everything is there to help me. When you understand that everything in this drama is there to support me, to help me to get better, to become a better version of me. So we will have a welcoming attitude towards all situations in life. And where, because internally you will develop some treasures, just like when you like suppose when I somebody did not greet me, somebody did not tell me Om Shanti. I saw that person came, and but he did just ignored me and did not say Om Shanti. So immediately this thought starts that, why didn't he wish me, why did that person ignore me, it was not right of that person. So many thoughts. So instead of that, just replacing with those kind of good thoughts, that it's okay, even if that person did not tell, did not wish, it's fine. There are so many VKs in this world. So many people wish me Om Shanti. If one person did not wish, then how does it matter? How does it matter? Why am I, giving so much of energy and thinking so much about it? So when you learn to train your mind, replace with all these negative thoughts with some knowledge, and that is a time you'll be able to bring that balance and bring that peace into our life, that silence in our life, where even when you're uh, going about your day-to-day life. So when we are having this, then when you sit in meditation, when you sit in remembrance of Baba, you're able to connect, because there is nothing, there is no weight, there is no leakage, there is no weight, and you're just able to experience that peace, love of a peace of Baba. You're in the ocean of silence, and receiving the treasures from Baba. And then it's just like, when you go into the ocean, you get those at the surface. There are waves, but when you go into the ocean, you will get all the wealth of the ocean. So when you go to the ocean of Baba, you will start getting the treasures. You'll get priceless powers, qualities, divine experiences. When there is no baggage of the holding, when somebody is there in front of you, there's an exchange of energy. You've spoken nice, and then again detaching. So when you're in this state, automatically you will experience that silence. And next is important is uh, surrendering to silence through surrender. When that is saying Haji, when you learn to surrender things, you're not